I just got back an 87 card PSA submission worth over $10,000. But how many 10s did we get? Spoiler alert, a lot. First up, I'm going to show you guys the 9s, the 8s. So let's just hop right in and start showing off some cards. We've got Aggron from Secret of the Lakes. That one got a 9. We've got the Blaziken Holo from the expansion pack. That one got a 9. We also got the Garchomp C Level X Holo from the half deck in Japanese. This one also got the 9. I assume this one would get the 9. I kind of thought that the Holo from the same deck would get a 10. So we'll see later on in this submission whether or not that was true. We also have the Empoleon from the Palkia half deck. This one's really cool. It has a holographic pattern all the way across the front of the card. Kind of tough to see on video, but very beautiful card. This one also got a 9. And we have a Cry from the Mysterious Giratina in a 9. I've gotten this multiple times in a 10. Unlucky, this one, for a 9, but you know what? I'm still happy with it. I think it's a little off center. Is probably why it got the grade it did. We've got the Magma Aqua Arcanine in a 9. I've struggled to get this one in a 10 so far. I've gotten one other 9 with this card. It's just a beautiful Arcanine. I love the artwork. We've got a Shining Darkness Lugia Holo. This one also got a 9. First edition version. I think I have a couple of those coming in from Japan again. Still hunting that 10. We've got the Moonlit Pursuit Swampert, first edition. I also am hunting that 10. Still haven't got one of those either. Shining Darkness Ho-Oh to go with our Lugia. Absolutely beautiful card. Love it. Some of the CGI artworks from Shining Darkness aren't too great. Some of them are okay. It's kind of hit or miss in that set. We've got the Celebi from Secret of the Lakes. This is first edition. Kind of tough for me to find a Super Mint copy of this, so getting a 9 is pretty decent. I'm hoping to get a 10 someday. Then we have our first 8 and our only 8 of the submission. So there you go. No card less than an 8 in an 87 card submission. We have this Mewtwo Holo from Moonlit Pursuit. Not really sure compared to some of the other cards why it got the 8. Probably maybe some surface scratching or some sort of like maybe a deep scratch or smudge or something on the back. We have the Aggron EX. So this is from Miracle of the Desert. I was going to say I think this came from a deck, but this is the one. There is one that comes from a deck. This is the one that came from the set. This one got the PSA 10. Pretty happy about that. Then we have the Gengar from Mirage Forest. This one is a pretty heavy hitter. This one got the PSA 10. This is also one that is a little questionable in terms of whether it should have got a 10 or not. It's got quite a bit of whitening around the edges. You can kind of see on the bottom there. Not quite sure if this card should have gotten the 10, but it did, so thank you, grader. We've got the Vaporeon from Golden Sky Silvery Ocean. This one got the Gem Mint 10. Again, kind of odd because the centering is pretty off, but I'll take it. Then we have some heavy hitters. We've got the Espeon Holo from Magma vs. Aqua. This is the first edition version. This one got the PSA 10. This is non-holo in English, so it's exclusive holo in Japanese, which is pretty awesome that it got the 10 then. And on top of that, we got the Umbreon Magma vs. Aqua. Again, non-holo in English, holo in Japanese, and this one got the PSA 10. Absolutely badass. Really happy about those. Now we have the Raichu from Flight of Legends. This one got the 10. This one was super minty when I got it in from Japan. Such a cute little artwork too. Really like that one. Now, the gold star that never was. We've got the Feraligatr from Golden Sky Silvery Ocean, the Fukuda artwork, one of my absolute favorite Feraligatr cards. And then on top of that, we also have the Golden Sky Silvery Ocean Typhlosion, another absolutely badass card. Just sick. Just sick. Now we have the Armaldo from Miracle of the Desert. So this is Sandstorm in English. We have a little bit of a swirl up there. This one got the 10, which I was really happy with. All the rest of these cards, by the way, are PSA 10. I got 71 PSA 10s out of 87 cards submitted. We had like an 81% 10 rate on this submission, which was absolutely insane. So we have the Dialga Holo from Stormfront. I love the background on this card. It's so beautiful, and it's in Arita artwork, so you can't argue with that one. We got the Venusaur here from Beat of the Frontier. Very nice. I think the unlimited version of this card is pretty low pop, but I think the first edition is pretty out there. PSA 10 Shining Darkness Blastoise. I have gotten the other Shining Darkness cards, the Venusaur. And then in the case over there, in my last PSA submission, we did get the Charizard in a 10. So I've got all 3 of the Kanto starters from Shining Darkness in a PSA 10. Next up, we've got Galactic's Conquest Giratina. Just an absolutely beautiful, one of the better artworks of Giratina from Kusajima. Absolutely just stunning. Next, the Arceus from Advent of Arceus first edition. I love this card. Look at that holo pattern all the way across the front. Just a killer Arceus artwork. And then there's also just a regular holo pattern inside of the holo border. And I think this one has a swirl somewhere, but I can't find it right now. It probably won't show up on camera. We've got the Glaceon holo. This one's actually from Don Dash. So there is a deck holo and a set holo. So this is the set holo. And I think I have some of the deck holos coming in here soon. Got 2 PSA 10 Galactic's Conquest Blastoises. Absolutely awesome. I love those cards. One of them is unlimited. The other is first edition. And then this was an interesting one. So I sent this in just to kind of see. It's an unlimited Flareon from Don Dash. It's non-holo, but it is an evolution, so I thought, why not send it in? It looked like it might get a 10, and we got the 10, and it's actually pop 2, so that's pretty cool. Only 2 in the pop for that one. We have a Rayquaza from Cry from the Mysterious. Absolutely love this card. It's a little bit derpy, you know, the whole 3D, but I think this might be first appearance Rayquaza, actually. You can correct me if I'm wrong. We've got the Mewtwo Level X Collection Pack Riolu. This actually comes with a Lucario in the same deck. This card is maybe my favorite Infernape card of all time. The artwork is absolutely just, he's such a badass. And then you get that awesome holo across the front. And then this one also has a swirl down here in the bottom left-hand corner. Such a badass looking card. Absolutely sick. This does come from a Dialga half deck, but they're pretty tough to come by in mint condition. Then we have a similar card here, holo across the front, but this is the Torterra that comes in the Giratina half deck. Now we have an entry pack Empoleon from the half deck. This also has a holo across the front. So it's so cool how some of these deck holos from back in the day had these interesting, unique holo patterns that went across the entire front of the card. So this one got the PSA 10 Empoleon, and then this one's comes from the Torterra half deck. Does this one have the, I think it, yep, it does. Cool. So the Torterra also has this. That is a PSA 10. That came from the deck. Now we have the Garchomp from the half deck. So this comes with the Level X that we saw earlier that got the PSA 9, but the holo got the PSA 10. And this also has a full holo across the front as well as a holo in the border. I just love that. The double holo is so cool. Now, I've been trying for this card for a long time. This Dragonite holo from Cry from the Mysterious in a PSA 10. This is the unlimited copy. It's a little off-center, so I'm a little surprised. Probably still within the 60-40, but really, really cool card. We got the PSA 10. This is a fairly heavy hitter. I've sent out like 3 or 4 more of those, so hopefully we get more 10s. We've got the Shining Darkness Entei, which got the 10. I've gotten a 9 in this before. And then we've got the Shining Darkness Suicune, which also got the 10, which I've gotten a 9 of that before. Multiple 9s of that before. So awesome to get 10s in those 2 cards. We've got another heavy hitter coming in. The Shining Darkness Mew. Oh, unlimited. Absolutely stunning. I love this artwork. I love the color. It just pops. The holo pattern is so nice. And just a minty looking card. PSA 10 Mew from Shining Darkness. Now we have an Aggron from Secret of the Lakes. We already saw a PSA 9 of this, but I also got a PSA 10. And then last but not least in this stack, we've got a whole nother stack to go through. We've got the Garchomp holo from Secret of the Lakes first edition. Got a whole nother stack coming in. So far we've seen 3rd gen and 4th gen, and now we're going to get into some black and white and later. First up, we've got a Moltres from Psycho Drive first edition. PSA 10 holographic from the black and white sets. I really like the holo pattern in the black and white. I love that the borders are also in the same holo pattern. Some of the cards just look really nice. I think people shit on the black and white era, but a lot of the cards look really good. And I sent in quite a few of these black and white holos, and they all got 10. So we got Megalo Cannon Houndoom. Also, the black and white era was like the start of some of the best set names of all time. Freaking Psycho Drive, Megalo Cannon, like come on. We got a first edition Houndoom from Megalo Cannon. Got the Hail Blizzard Gardevoir, first edition PSA 10. We got the Zapdos, shout out to Green Shiz from Hail Blizzard, first edition PSA 10. This is a nice one. We've got the Glaceon from Spiral Force, first edition PSA 10. A very nice looking Glaceon. We've got a Lucario from Plasma Gale. There's a really cool Lucario from, I think his Next Destiny's in English, but I forget what it is in Japanese. Really cool artwork. I think I have one out in grading. I'm not 100% sure, or I just recently bought one. I really want to get that card in a 10, though. It's a really cool looking card. We've got a Spiral Force Sceptile. We've got a Dark Rush Blaziken. Look at the artwork here, man. Tokia is just above all else. It's very anime-esque. I would love to see an anime in the style of Tokia. Then we have the Psycho Drive Articuno. So we have the Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos. All got PSA 10 from Psycho Drive. all in first edition, I believe. I don't know if Unlimited is... I think Unlimited is pretty tough to come by in black and white. I'm not 100% sure on that. We have a Melodic from Dragon Blade first edition. Dragon Blade. We've got a Dark Rush Venusaur first edition. That is the end of our black and white holos. All of them got PSA 10. Absolutely insane. Now, one of my favorite, I think we're going back to Tokia again. I love this Ninetales. Every time I can grab it for like $20-ish, I will grab it if it looks mint, because they sell pretty well and I keep getting 10s. So I'm pretty happy about that. This is just a gorgeous artwork. I just love that card. I love that card, and I love the Arcanine as well. This one I sent in. Shout out Professor Oak, the master Pikachu collector. But we have a Soul Silver Collection first edition Pikachu. Now I have a couple Lost Link cards that are just absolutely sick. We got PSA 10 on both the Lost Link Lucario and a PSA 10 on the Lost Link Snorlax. I think Lost Link, I don't know if it's a tough set to come by, but I don't see a whole lot of it. And when I do, I pick it up. If I can. We've got the Reviving Legends Jolteon. So this is another non-holo, but it's a Jolteon. It's an evolution, so I felt like if it could get a 10, I felt like it was a decent play. We have the V-Star Universe Mewtwo. A little bit of modern coming in here. This is the only ultra modern card, but we have some stuff from like X, Y, and forward in this submission, which is new for me. I'm trying to expand out. You know, I kind of got caught in the mid-era, and then I'm like, let's expand out and see what else is out there. And now we're picking up some stuff from later on. So we got the V-Star Universe. I mean, it's just so good. It's as a Mewtwo card, you got Charizard in the background, they're fighting. You got the scared little Diglett in the bottom left. It's just such a good artwork. We've got the Grass Fighting Battle Leafeon EX promo. I think this might have come from a deck, I would assume. We've got our Vaporeon EX promo from the Water Psychic Battle deck, and we have our Jolteon EX promo from the Fire Lightning Battle deck. So this is all PSA 10s. All day PSA 10s. Now we have some full arts from, is this black and white or X and Y? I think this might still be X and Y. We've got the full art Shaman from the Mythical and Legendary Dream Shine collection. Absolutely gorgeous full arts from that particular set. They're a little bit more on the expensive side, but if you can get 10s, you can do pretty dang well for yourself. We've got the Jirachi here as well. And last but not least, we've got, well, not last but not least from this collection, from the Legendary Shine collection now, we've got the Arceus. Absolutely beautiful full art. Man, this submission is just actually insane. Now we've got a EX Battle Boost Charizard. This is a non-holo. The reverse holo of this card is pretty expensive, but I think it's pretty tough to come by and pretty hard to get in a 10. But we got this first edition EX Battle Boost non-holo in a 10. Still does pretty well in a non-holo, but not nearly as well, obviously, as the reverse holo. Now I've got some more Ultra Modern. Actually, I think we might be finishing off with Ultra Modern. We got some VMAX Climax character rares. We've got the Flareon. Got the Vaporeon. These all got 10s. Got the Jolteon. I think I sent a lot of these in to see how PSA was grading the rough top cuts, because I think all of these have pretty decently rough top cuts, but all the cards still got PSA 10, so they must be taking into consideration the fact that they have tough top cuts. But we have the Eevee there, so we have all 4 evolutions, and then we have 2 of the, of course, the Dark Phantasma Full Art Pikachus, because those are just adorable little cards, and I feel like, you know, people always want that card. We got the Charizard with Leon from VMAX Climax, sent in one of those. Then we have 2 of the Gengar from Dark Phantasma. Gengar is just super popular, so anytime that I can send in a Gengar that looks like it would be a PSA 10, I think it's, you know, a decent play. We've got a Mew from V-Star Universe. I love this artwork. I picked up a couple more of these and submitted in my following submission after the fact. And then last but not least, we've got 2 of the Snorlax from Dark Phantasma. I love this card. I love that he's just chomping down on a bunch of food, looking super cute. But yeah, let me know in the comments below, what was your favorite card from the submission? A lot of these cards will be up on eBay by the time that you see this video. So if you're interested in any of these, go onto my eBay. I'm always willing to come down. Most of my sold listings are from best offer. So if you are interested in something, drop an offer and we'll see if we can make a deal. All right, guys, later.